Joining us right now is Ryan Blaney. Ryan made his NASCAR Nationwide Series debut here tonight at Richmond International Raceway. He drove the number 36 Seal Wrap Chevrolet for Tommy Baldwin. It came in a very, very solid 7th place here tonight. Every time I looked up, the 36 car was running up the top 5, the top 6. Ryan, congratulations. What did you learn out there this evening?
Really, biggest thing I learned was we got to be real patient in these long races. You know, I think we got up to 4th before that first caution, and we lost a lot of spots on pit road. I think we were back to like 14th after that first caution, and you know, as a driver, you're mad because you gained all those spots on the racetrack, and then you lose them all in half a lap, you know, and so really just patience in a real long race like this, and you know, there's a lot of give and take out there today. I definitely saw that from other drivers, and I really appreciated it. So yeah, it definitely taught me a lot here going to Darlington, and we'll see what we got.
Very well done out there tonight. We'll take questions now for Ryan Blaney. If you have one, raise your hand. We've got a couple back in the back. Let's get with Dave, this gentleman here, and then Jim Utter. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, Ryan, Dave Rodman with NASCAR.com. Could you tell us what the reality of this debut was compared to your expectations of it, please?
Well, it exceeded my expectations a little bit. You know, I knew we had a real good car coming here. The guys at Tommy Baldwin did a real good job in getting it put together. You know, we thought coming out of here with you know, all the race cars still intact and a good, you know, top 15 finish would be real nice. And yeah, it did exceed my expectations a little bit, especially how good we were 40 laps into a run. We were able to, I think we were faster than anybody after 40 laps, and it's too bad we couldn't be closer to the top guys on the last green flag. Well, no, it definitely exceeded our expectations and definitely boosted the confidence of the Baldwin team for Darlington here in a couple of weeks.
This gentleman right here, then we'll go to Jim Utter. Go ahead, sir.
Billy Fellon from the Times-Dispatch. Ryan, just talk a little bit about, you know, how you felt racing guys like Kurt Busch, like Denny Hamlin, like those Sprint Cup guys in your first start.
It definitely, it was definitely incredible. You know, a little team at Tommy Baldwin. You know, we were racing with the biggest teams out there, and really the biggest thing I appreciated was the respect that they gave me. You know, being my first race, they gave me a lot of respect out there. A lot of give and take was out there, and that really, you know, that really makes you feel good as a driver inside, especially in your first start. That, you know, guys will let you go if you're way faster than them. You know, I come from late model racing to where they'll race the crap out of you for 30 laps, and so yeah, it was real nice to race out there with those guys. Like I said, I learned a lot, especially on pit road. So hopefully we'll be better prepared for the next race.
Jim Utter.
You talked about how you were surprised about how good you were, like over 40 laps. I know you don't have time to do this in the race, but without the long pit stop, do you think back now you were already, I think, 5th in closing at that time. Do you think there was a possibility that you could even have been better at some point?
Yeah, we were playing around a little bit under pit stops. Where we lost a lot other than pit road was right on fresh tires for about 15 laps. We were just too tight to hang with the guys, and it was tough for us because we weren't as good in dirty air, and all the pit, you know, every pit stop we were back there in dirty air, and we could never really seem to get going. Here it's, you know, everyone wants the bottom, so we could roll up on a guy real fast, and you can't go nowhere because they're just hugging the bottom of the racetrack. But yeah, we definitely played around with it, and the last on the green flag pit stop, he loosened me up a little bit too much, but it eventually came around to us like it would always do after 35 laps or so, and we were coming real good. Just too bad we couldn't catch that guy that was 8 seconds ahead of us in 6th.
Let's go to the press box. Any questions for Ryan Blaney?
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Ryan, talk a little bit about how you kept your composure after that pit stop, because when you can see the front, when you know it's that close, and then you have something like that happen to you, you know, did the guys kind of talk you off the ledge, or did you really just kind of look at the big picture?
Well, I knew we had a good enough car to get back up there eventually. I tried to keep a cool head, you know, because if you're having a hot head, it gets the team down, and you don't run as good. So I wasn't really, I was bummed out that we lost all those spots, but I knew we could eventually get them back. So, I kind of tried to keep the morale of the team up and try to keep their confidence up, and told them that we had a good enough car to get back up to where we were. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that high up to where we were running before that, but still a very good finish for us.
Other questions in the press box for Ryan? Anybody else for Ryan Blaney? Jim has one more here, John.
What's going to be your approach? What do you do after like your debut week here and getting ready for the next one?
Getting ready for Darlington. It's really gonna go back to the shop and do what we've been doing for the past month, getting this Nationwide car ready for Richmond. I'll watch tapes like I did. I watched a lot of tapes before Richmond. I'll probably do that for Darlington and talk to other racers and really just try to prepare as much as I did for this weekend. I've never even been to the racetrack, so it'll be a whole new experience.
Well, Ryan, I got a feeling this won't be the last time we talk to you in the media center. Congratulations. Very impressive with your debut out here this evening. And continued best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.